Coming right up, the Magic taking on the Knicks. For the Magic, a Game 1 victory on the road set them up well in this series. Now they really want to take control. Knicks, Magic, round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Playoff basketball here on 2K Sports. Game 2, we're bringing it to you live. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. A look at Orlando's opening lineup. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center position, filling out the middle. And for the Knicks, Bridges, the small forward, with Cat playing 4. Landry Shamet is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's the Magic. And here's Bain. To the middle. Carter. And he buries his first look.
A 7'5" wingspan and outstanding touch. Carter Jr. makes that look easy against the contest.
Here's Brunson. Four on the clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And the basket by Bridges.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
And so Wagner will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Bain. 3 is up. Counted from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Robinson. Here's Towns. Nails the baby hook.
The timing that Towns has is admirable. So fantastic at getting the shot off before a defender can react.
Suggs finds Banchero. And here's Bain. Pass to Wagner. Now here's Suggs. Three-pointer, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Back to Bridges. Here's Towns. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Towns has got 5 points.
Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
Bain surveying the D. And he can't answer back with three-pointer offline. New York has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Bridges against Carter. Towns for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Orlando's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Suggs outside. Back to Wagner. Open shot, Banchero. From the top of the key, he buries it.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Brunson with it. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Kicks it out, Towns. Pass to Shamet. Launches it. He drops it from range.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Outside Carter. And he lobs it up top. Robinson with a steal. Suggs against Brunson. Pass to Shamet. looking for an opening. And he converts the layup. 10 points for him.
I mean, just hitting all their shots early. What an offensive game plan. It must be the coaching.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in for Suns. Magic trail by 9. Now Black. Yep, that one goes.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here's New York now. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Brunson outside. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Now here's Banchero. Shot clock at 6. Counted. Banchero's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
High post Towns. And the layup is good off the glass.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Trailing by 10. And Banchero outside. Fires the three. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. On the take. Ooh, Brunson throws it down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Carter. After the basket by New York on the other end. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Banchero. Pass to Carter. Wagner against Robinson. And Wagner gets it to go.
Yeah, when the shot clock is running out, 6'10" Wagner is a solid option.
A minute 58 left to play in the first. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He was blunt when talking about his assessment of Franz Wagner. Coach praised the toughness Wagner plays with, saying, "We're talking about a 6'10" wing who goes hard to the bucket. He invites contact. Those aren't easy guys to contend with." Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And some changes here for New York. Hachimura comes in for Robinson, and Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Then for Orlando, Matase's checked in for Carter. De Silva comes in for Paolo Banchero. There's a minute 34 left in the first. Outside Bane. Just 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Well, Bane will just about live on the arc if you let him. He's got a pretty consistent stroke.
Towns for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn. Now here's Black. Pass to Batase.
Batase a screen on Bridges. And Batase throws it down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And New York has possession. Orlando making their last shot. Here's Bridges. De Silva with the rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Let's go with a three. Towns with a rebound. New York leading by 8. And here's McBride. No points yet. Pass to Towns. It's good.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's New York earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce, and boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Rui Hachimura is out there with OG Anunoby, and it's McBride in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Bridges. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bridges has got his second basket of the night.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Black passes to Bain. Here's Batase. Hachimura covering. Pass to De Silva. And here's Bain. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long J. Bain's got 9.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bain something in rhythm.
Hachimura outside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Mikal Bridges saying, don't sleep on my athleticism. Some big-time hops.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Black passes to Wagner. Bain against Clarkson. Back to Wagner. Black outside. This one for 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Shamet, he's checked in for Clarkson. Jalen Suggs is checked in for Orlando. Here's Hachimura. No points so far. Outside McBride. Hachimura sets a screen. McBride can't get it to go. Magic trail by 5. Suggs outside. Outside Bain. Batase a screen on Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Black. The 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. McBride passes to Hachimura. New York working the ball around now. Now here's Bridges. Lets it go from the wing. Rebounded by Suggs. Outside Bain. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Bridges. And again, the Knicks missing. Here's Orlando. They're on a 12-4 run. Suggs outside. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the basket by Bain.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
Hachimura outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Hachimura's got his first 3 points of the game.
What a smooth catch-and-shoot opportunity for Rui Hachimura. Pretty.
Black, left side. And yep, it's good. Batadze's got his second bucket on the night.
Boy, off a great pass there. That is just a matter of finishing strong.
New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
And some changes here for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Then for Orlando, Wagner's checked in for Batadze. Paolo Banchero comes in for De Silva. And Franz Wagner's subbed in for Desmond Bain. Here's Shamet. Black defending. Shamet, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Pass to Shamet. Hachimura outside. Here's Shamet. Clock at 6. Back to Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Hachimura can make play after play above the rim. This guy's got a natural, gifted, athletic frame.
The Magic have gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. Towns against Wagner. Pass to Wagner from behind the arc. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Jacks up a 3. Yes, sir! Brunson for 3.
Though there's a calmness to Jalen Brunson, there's also a competitive fire. And boy, from range, look out.
Wagner outside. Pass to Black. Wagner looking it over. 4-3. That one doesn't drop. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. New York has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And here's Brunson. It's Brunson working inside.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Suggs outside. Out to the wing. Here's Banchero. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Towns a screen on Banchero. Hachimura from long range. And again, New York with the triple.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but it looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Wagner, the pass to Wagner. Orlando moving the ball around. Inside. Here's Banchero. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
I mean, it's It's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Up top, Anunoby. Towns outside. Cat doing what he does.
Just putting the ball on the deck. Towns so aggressive in everything he does.
50-47.
There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Banchero. 13 points in the game. Wagner with a screen on Hachimura. Shot clock at 3. Here's Banchero. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. New York out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Orlando Magic.
Playing for one another. The phrase gets overused, but tonight it's right.
Hey, we should try a harmony.
Let's do it.
Playing for
One another. The phrase is overused. Kenny, get on beat.
But tonight, it's right.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they're trying to even the series at 1 apiece. Kenny, how critical is this win for them?
You might say it's still early, but you don't want to drop 2 in a row on your home court now.
I agree. They've already lost home court advantage. Don't want to dig that hole any deeper.
And that would be deep, just like your analysis is from time to time, guys. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, tonight is a big game, and you have to be impressed with the way he's come out firing.
You get the sense when there's big-time performances to be had, this guy wants to take part. You expect that this is a trend that will continue here.
On the court for Orlando. On the wing, it'll be Bane and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in the point guard. Towns gets the bucket.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And so Wagner will bring it up for Orlando. 4-point game. Wagner with a screen. The three from Suggs. Sinks the tray. Suggs has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Suggs is so competitive. You knew he wanted to respond with that 3.
Bridges passes to Towns. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Karl Anthony Towns at the line, 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
Good on the second one. Orlando trailing here. Banchero hammers it home.
Well, you watch Paolo Banchero and the offensive arsenal. This guy is just built to score the ball.
About a minute played here in the second half. Towns outside. Six to shoot. Great D that time from Banchero.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. The fader, and Orlando tacks on two more.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Pass to Towns. Orlando with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
Here's Brunson. 10 points for him. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. New York, again, can't hit.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Wagner outside. Back to Payne. Beyond the arc. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And New York has possession. They trail by 7. Towns passes to Shamet. Back to Towns to stop the run. Towns making that shot look routine.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Now here's Babe. The D's right on it. The 3 for the Suns. And another 3 for Orlando.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. They've been perfect from the field so far.
Here's Brunson outside. And again, New York with the triple.
One of the things you love about Jalen Brunson, he takes quality shots. How about that look from 3?
Outside Payne. There's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Payne's got 6 here in the quarter.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Towns for 3. Connects again from distance.
I mean, he is scorching hot right now. He could be on his way to setting a franchise postseason record with this shooting.
He's caught fire at the right time for this team. Stepped up big in the postseason for him. The 3 from Payne. Good! Another from 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Robinson finds Brunson. Orlando grabs the miss. Banchero's got his 4th rebound in this one. Payne, the pass to Carter. Robinson with a steal. Bridges against Carter. To the inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, you're running your offense through Mikal Bridges, and he is making it work right now.
Magic leading by 5. Suggs with it. He's got 6. Wagner for 3. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Here's Bridges. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game. Brunson against Suggs. Here's Banchero. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. 8-point game. Brunson takes it himself. Shot's blocked.
Sometimes you need excellent anticipation defensively to get your hand on a shot. Jalen Suggs, nicely done.
Pass to Bain. Picked by Carter. The three. Bain, no good.
He probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Brunson. Back to Bridges. Lets the three fly. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 7 assists in the game.
Well, we know Mikal Bridges can connect from distance. This guy has become a consistent threat from deep.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan.
We want to get down. And we got the perfect team to help. Your Knicks center-back squad.
And some changes here for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Hachimura comes in for Towns. And it's Anunoby in for Shamet. Then for Orlando, Latase's checked in for Carter. De Silva comes in for Wagner. And Black subbed in for Suggs. .125 left in the third. And Carroll passes to Black. Here's De Silva. Here's the three. Sinks it from distance. De Silva's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Brunson. Anunoby on the wing. And again, New York with the triple.
What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the three-point shot in response. Wow.
58 seconds left in the third. Now Black. 11 points in the game. Pass to Banchero. No good on the shot. Hachimura with the defensive effort. Knicks trail by 5. And here's Bridges. And he banks in the layup. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Banchero. 19 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Natase with a screen. From outside, off the mark. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Magic out in front. They're up by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game continues. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Rui Hachimura. And then it's Landry Shamet, then there's Miles McBride, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Towns passes to McBride. Here's Shamit. Buries it from three.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Suggs surveys the D. Pass to Bataze. Now Wagner. Back to Bataze. Then he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Boy, Franz Wagner, such a tremendous passer.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Hachimura with a screen on Suggs. Anunoby passes to Towns. And a miss there on the triple. Orlando leading by 5. Suggs outside. Pass to De Silva. Back to Suggs. Orlando needs to get off the shot here. Here's Bataze. And some solid defense from Towns. Outside McBride. Now here's Anunoby. Towns outside. Lets it go from 14. Oh, Towns disregarding the D.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's De Silva. Hachimura covering. Pass to De Silva from outside the arc. Nails it from 3. And the Magic lead by 6.
Some shooters might overthink a wide open shot. Not this guy.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Clarkson comes in for McBride. And the Magic making a change here as well. Carter's checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Robinson. Here's Towns. Fade away. Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that mid-range arsenal is real for Karl Anthony Towns. This guy legit 3-level score at 7 foot.
Magic leading by 4. Suggs outside. Now Carter. And here's Wagner. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
New York has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Anunoby passes to Robinson. Now Towns. The 3 is up. Cat answers with a 3-ball.
Oh, nice. He just won't let up.
For Orlando, they've got 4 or 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
To the wing, right side. And it's Black penetrating. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Shamit. Now here's Towns. Takes the 3. Pure from three-point range. Towns has got 42 in the game.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. So for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges comes in for Anunoby, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Clarkson. And Caro's checked in for Orlando. Bain comes in for Black. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Carter, a screen on Towns. Here's Banchero, takes it inside. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Banchero just throw it down.
Robinson finds Towns. Three-pointer. And again for three.
And talk about stepping up. He's having a playoff game these fans have never seen.
And that last triple means he's got the most threes in a single playoff game in franchise history. Banchero. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
This is exactly what you need from Karl Anthony Towns on the defensive end.
Wagner outside. Now Banchero fires the three from distance. Paolo.
That's two triples for him. One in the first, one in the second.
Brunson against Suggs. Suggs rips down the board.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Wagner. Banchero. The three ball is down.
Just a great play by Paolo Banchero. Sees the defender closing, knows he's got to get it off in a hurry.
Brunson.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First team foul. Jalen Brunson at the line, 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Orlando leading by 9. Outside Banchero. Suggs fires, and he nails it.
Boy, if Suggs is knocking this shot down consistently, the spacing will open up.
Brunson taking his time here. Brunson, tough one up close.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Here's Orlando. Outside Banchero. Carter, a screen on Towns. Banchero. The three is in.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Suggs against Brunson. Here's Towns. Good! That's another bucket!
And what a night he's had. That score now ties him for the single game playoff high for his team.
He's been nothing short of amazing tonight. A legendary playoff performance for him.
So that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Magic.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paolo Banchero.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And that one falls for Carter.
Guys, what you have to love about Wendell Carter Jr. is his thirst to learn. This guy is willing to add pieces to his game. He understands he's got to be a true modern big man, and he puts in the work.
Here's Wagner. Banchero left side. Now Bain from deep. Buries it from outside.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. It's good!
Magic Lead 112. 97.
Wagner against Bridges. So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. And they start out the postseason with a bang, a big-time victory.
The attitude they came out with was aggressive. They wanted to set the tone from the jump, and they did just that.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.